Good morning, friends. It is Sunday morning. I am leaving tomorrow to go to Branson, Missouri to go to the Empowering Creativity Retreat with Dion Woods. If you're catching this a ways down the road, this is October 24th through the 28th, 2022. But I did some thrifting this week and I got amazing junk. 2 thrift trips. I'm going to show you one on this video, one on the next. And I just had to get these up before I left town. So early Sunday morning, I brushed my teeth and my hair, but I have no makeup on. I've got my cup of coffee here and we're just gonna go shopping together, and then I'm going to show you my amazing finds. So go ahead, grab yourself a drink and let me show you my junk. I stopped by a thrift store here in Topeka, Kansas called Major Thrift. I don't go often. Prices used to be a little high, but they seemed a lot more reasonable, and I found some great things. I started in the furniture section, and while I didn't find any great quality furniture, I found a ton of pieces to break down into old salvaged wood. I usually find these kind of pieces curbside for free, but the chairs I only paid $5 a piece for. The headboard was $13 and the huge posts were $6.50 each after I broke them into 4 pieces. So very reasonable, and look at all of the spindles I got. Do not forget to check your furniture section at your thrift stores, y'all. I love to offer these salvaged spindles and other wooden items for y'all to buy. That way you can create your own projects and DIY decor if you're unable to find this type of stuff in your area, or maybe you're not comfortable breaking things apart and using power tools. That's totally fine. I have got plenty of selection for you. But of course, I also love to take those salvage pieces and make them into my own projects. I have a ton of videos up on my channel, how I make candlesticks and totes, different decor boards, and of course, I've got some of that stuff offered on my site ready to go as well. My website is upcycledbybri.com. If you're interested in checking any of this stuff out, I will have it linked down in the description box below for you as well, of course. But also drop me a comment down below and let me know what kind of wood projects you want to see from me here in the near future. The Christmas section was not good, y'all. I had a couple of wreaths to choose from, some very overpriced, way too large Christmas trees. Stuff was still bagged up. I don't know. I didn't have any luck. I looked at this greenery thinking maybe I could use it for projects, but I couldn't tell exactly what was in there, so I just gave up and moved on. I really got interested in the lamp selection at this thrift store. In fact, I've been looking at the lamps more and more lately. So this is an old mason jar turned lamp. I had some dried floral inside, and I did go ahead and pick that one up. My haul is at the end of this video. I sit down and show y'all one by one everything I picked out. I walked through and saw this wooden lamp as well, which is a little more modern, but it was $10. I went ahead and passed. And also this gorgeous glass lamp caught my eye at $10, but I didn't think it was going to be very easy to ship, so I passed as well. I found some amazing metal tins and some really fun decorative wall plaques as well. But the pricing on all of their wall art, their picture frames, all of this stuff was just way too high for resale. These little wood plaques, faux wood plaques, were $5 each. This had a $3 sticker. They priced it at $8. Like, I just can't buy it at that price and flip it for a profit. So as pretty as those were, I had to walk away. They have a little bag wall at this thrift store, but I did not end up having any luck with it that day.
Y'all already know how I feel about baskets, and this thrift store has plenty of them. I spent a good amount of time going through them and came out with a few good ones, which you'll see here shortly. There were a ton of dishes to choose from. I have kind of slowed down on picking up the white dishes as they are not really selling for me. I did find a couple of cute little things and saw a lot of really interesting things. If y'all have been watching me for any amount of time, you know I love my critters, so at 99 cents, this guy definitely came with me. I really loved these glass candle holders, but at $10, $8, and $7, they were just too expensive for me. What do y'all think? Would you have picked those up? They're very different, and this lighthouse was cute, but there is not a market for lighthouses here in Kansas, unfortunately. I walked by these glass canisters so many times. What do y'all think? Did I pick these up or did I pass? Y'all don't see me thrift things for my own home very often, but I am always on the hunt. I usually have a little pick list in my head of things I am looking for. That silverware holder just happened to be one of them. I was looking really hard at these metal items. Y'all know I love my metal and I love to combine it with wood. I've seen a couple creators use these old tarnished trays to create things, and I was peeking at them. I didn't end up picking up anything this day, but the wheels are definitely turning on how I can combine some of these old unwanted metal items with some of my reclaimed wood. I really loved this huge floral piece. The pot is just beautiful, but at $20, no way I could have enough resell in it, and it would have been really hard to ship. I wrapped up my shopping in the floral section and actually did end up finding something. Let's go ahead and check out, get all of this stuff home, and see what all I picked out this day. I was at the store for about an hour and a half and I found some really great things.
If you're new here, my name is Bri. I'm the owner and artist of Upcycled by Bri. I love to go thrifting and junking, and then I take those finds and I upcycle them into beautiful home decor. Now, if you are catching the replay years down the road, still be sure to check the description box down below for my website, upcycledbybri.com. I'll stick it right here on the screen too. But there you'll be able to find all my recent finds and all the paint and products I carry as well. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. And if you hit that little notification bell next to the subscribe button, YouTube will let you know every time I upload a new video. Every comment, every thumbs up, and especially sharing this with a friend will help my channel continue to grow. And again, I always appreciate y'all's continued support.
For today's finds all laid out, there are definitely some lighter wood tones, a little bit of a cottagey theme going on. In my opinion, I've got a little bit of help today. Macy is going to hang out with us. Let's go ahead and dive in and look at these things a little closer.
I've finally been scoring on rolling pins. This thrift store, Major Thrift, is usually a little higher on prices, but I found some good things this time. I do believe they charged $1.99 for their rolling pins. This one's a little loose. That's okay. When I use these for decor, I don't mind if they're a little old and beat up. These will get some painted handles, and I might age the wood on this one just a bit. And then I sell rolling pins on my website for $12.95. I also have my booth stocked full of them now as well. So I've been finding them, thank goodness. I loved the shape and the color on this basket. Not too orange, nice light wood. And then when I flipped it over, it says that it fits a Pyrex 326 4-quart bowl. So if I've got some Pyrex lovers out there, there's a little bowl cozy for you. And it was $2.99, so not bad for a basket price. I'll have this one listed on my site at $16.95. But this would make a great fruit bowl as well, or a centerpiece on a smaller table with some beautiful floral coming out. Also on a basket wall to add a little bit of depth if you've got a nice big wall to use. $2.99 on this one, a little higher than I would usually pay, but again, this one would make a great addition to a basket wall because of the shape. So I always try to pick up a few at random baskets. I know I have several followers who love their basket walls. Again, this one could also sit flat with the little handles. It would make a great layer on a little centerpiece on your table. I've been selling out on my wooden utensils as fast as I can pick them up. Major Thrift, these are 50 cents each, I do believe, or 25 even, I think 50. I found some really nice patinaed ones. These are almost like whitewashed. They look very, very old. So I was happy to snag all those up. And then what I've been doing is putting them all in a little grouping together and curating a collection for y'all. That way you don't even have to hunt and search. So this one's gonna have a mallet in it as well, and then also a nice flat piece. So just adding in those different shapes really gives some fun decor for your crocks, for copper pots, you name it. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what y'all display your wooden spoons in. I looked at a lot of creamers. This one really caught my eye though. This one, and there was a black one. I ended up leaving that one behind after all. I think the price was a little high on it. This one was only $1.99, so I picked it up. Every time I use pink, y'all go nuts. So I went ahead and picked up a little pink creamer, thinking maybe somebody needed it. It's a decent size. It would be a lot of cream, right? So I think this was actually handmade. It looks like it, the way it is not perfect. Okay, so I've seen them thrifted a ton. Everybody always finds them when they're out junking, and I would love to find some metal flower frogs someday, but I've never. I always hunt. I know what I'm looking for now. Is this a flower frog? I mean, I don't know what else it would be. No markings on the bottom. I don't think it's particularly old, but I don't know. I tried to do some research. I don't think I searched the right thing. So I'm gonna hunt a little bit more and see what I can find on it. Before I commit to a price, but I paid $2.99 for it, thinking it's a flower frog. Drop me a comment. Is this a flower frog? bump pan. Every time I find these, I try to grab them as long as they're not too high. $4 on this one, so that's usually, I usually only pay around $2, but it was a neutral cream color, which will work in any season of decor. So I went ahead and snagged it up, and I list bump pans for $12.95 on my site. Lots of options with these. I like to hang them on the wall, either vertically or horizontally in a line, usually 3 or 5 of them in a row. I don't have a lot right now. I've kind of sold all of mine off, but there is an area in my kitchen I'm thinking that would be perfect. So I might save this one, probably list it for now. I've got another beautiful sage green one up on my site right now. If you're watching this when it came out anyways, but these two would look really good together. And this neutral cream color is good for all seasons. Y'all know I couldn't pass up a tiny little duck. He's cute, he's different. He's got a little chip on his bill. He was 99 cents. I went ahead and grabbed him up. Y'all know I love my little critters. This basket is different. I paid $3 for it because it's so cool. It is a little bit smaller, but I loved how naughty it is. It's super, super unique. Lots of fun texture and those beautiful muted down colors. Like, I think this could work for red and green for Christmas, right? But also just like some pretty cottage colors you could use all year round. I grabbed this lamp thinking it was very pretty. I paid $6 for it, thinking an Edison bowl would look beautiful in it. And once I got it home, I realized it's missing one of the feet. I would take the other 3 off, except for then it's going to sit on the cord, which obviously it won't balance. So I'm actually going to end up salvaging this one for its parts. I don't usually buy metal lamps for that reason, but this is a challenge. So we will see what I can end up making with salvaged brass pieces. If you have any ideas of what you would do, this comes apart, like all these little sections seem like they're different sections. Once I cut the wire out, what would you do? Would you just stage these up in a fun little dish? Would you try to make some projects out of them? Leave me some ideas down below. All right, y'all, I paid up for these candlesticks just a little bit, $8 and $6, so not bad. Usually their candlesticks are higher, so I snagged these up, and honestly, they're pretty darn cool the way they are already. I'm just not really fond of how glittery gold they are. And then down below, they have some like scripture engraved in some metal. So I think I'm actually going to try to take that off and salvage it. It's got 2 little nails right there. And that way I could sell that as is to somebody who sells more of the religious stuff. It's pretty cool. They could do it like on a decor board or a sign or something. Anyways, so I'll probably take that part off. These little metal pieces come off as well on top, so I could remove them and add my own custom wood round. So these will probably get repainted, the metal taken off, and wood rounds added. And I'll do that as soon as I get back into town, make a video on it. That'll be fun. They've got such great texture on them already that all I'm really gonna have to do is give them a base coat of something and then paint, and they'll distress back really neat. Good finds. I passed up on a really cool lamp a couple weeks ago and I got scolded for it. So I figured if I passed up on this one, I was gonna get scolded again. It's an old mason jar that somebody has DIY'd into a lamp. So the setup isn't the best, but I think we could do something cool with it. Also got some really cool dried floral inside. So we'll see if we can make this a little more functional. And if not, then we'll have a cool jar out of the deal. Sorry, there's a light bulb going off in my head. No pun intended. I have a different lamp piece out in the garage that I think would work better for this. Anyways, I can't do that till I get back into town, but we're gonna make something cool out of that. Watch. I grabbed this for my own home. I needed something for my silverware. It was $4, and it's that like, it's not stainless steel, but black stainless steel. I don't know. It matches my kitchen sink, so I bought that. Ooh, Oof. This is a replacement Lazy Susan for my projects. I had to steal the Lazy Susan mechanism off of mine a long time ago for a project and I never replaced it. So now I got these. These come in really handy when you're painting objects. You'll see this probably. Okay, I walked by these bad boys several times, walked back and forth, thinking, okay. I don't need them. They're glass. They're going to be hard to ship. And then I started thinking that I wanted them for my own house. So my kitchen now is like light gray cabinets and like a brushed gold hardware. So that's a lot different than what I was used to with really, really dark floors and cabinets, dark trim. I've got white trim now. So anyways, I'm not loving my kitchen and I want to redo it. So I might keep these for myself so I don't have to ship them. They've got super thick bottoms. And I saw this one, this one was priced at $5.99, the biggest one. And this one was also priced at $5.99. So I looked at this one first thinking, okay, well, that one's $5.99. The big one's got to be crazy. But once I realized it was only $5.99 and then this one was $4.99. So let's do some math. 6, 12, 5, $17 I paid for the set. Man, they're nice thick glass. I loved the round top. See the seam in them. So they're not crystal, but they're just so darn thick. I could ship them. We'll see. Isn't this cute? Okay, $5.99, $6, but I'm just gonna take it apart. I imagine it used to hold plates or rack of some kind, right? But I just loved the patina on this wood. You can tell it's older. I'm gonna take it apart and then I've got 2 little pig boards. So don't be afraid to look in the wood section and reimagine some of those projects in there. Now these look so good just on a little farmhouse shelf in your kitchen. Last up on this haul is a beautiful wall pocket. It is that like metal with a little bit of design on it and the back is wood. So I thought that was super nice. It's in good shape. I paid $3 for it and it's full of the floral. Now, obviously the floral is struggling, but there's some good floral in there, so I will take it apart and salvage that nice, pretty greenery. Once the greenery is out, it's got that pressed tin on the back too, so with a paint job and some wax, this will be really pretty. And then we'll put some greenery in it that's not gonna cover up the design and the paint so much. So I know I usually do a couple of flips with my thrift haul videos. I just didn't have time to do a bunch of projects before I left town, but I wanted to show y'all kind of my thought process while I was shopping and then bring you a couple hauls while I'm out of town. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you like these thrifting videos. I know there's been a ton of thrifting videos going up lately, so I've really been trying to get a lot of projects out. As soon as I get back to town, I'm gonna go to work on a lot of these things and I can't wait to show y'all what I come up with. So if you wouldn't mind, even if this wasn't your favorite video, just give me a little love with a thumbs up and a comment. Just let me know what you think because that still helps the engagement on this video and helps my channel continue to grow. So again, thank y'all so much. I hope you had fun shopping with me today and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye friends.